Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, here's my word of advice for today. Take the phone off the hook, put your mobile phone on silent, take the batteries out the doorbell and unscrew the knocker. You do not want to be interrupted during today's show. It is a B-U-T. On top of that...
It's my first map.
I know. Really? Seriously? Truthfully? And double up with that, we've got a double asset review because one of the assets we're going to be reviewing is part of the map. It's a BUT as well. So, if you're all set for an absolutely stunning map and a stunning show, yes, you know what's coming. It's time for your daily reminder. That's right, hit the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you for your support. Today's map is CoosBay by VecchioChristo. Could be Vecchio, but I'm going with Vecchio. It says on the thumbnail it's a geomorphological map, which basically means realistic. I'd agree with that. There's your start square where we have water on each side of the main build plane. That's a double bonus. And then the resources look like that. Probably 81 tiles to access the oil and the ore, but the rest of it is pretty good. Really good. And then off to the workshop. No DLC is required, but there is quite a substantial one-click collection. Yeah, quite a substantial. Does warn you about it. Do read the description. Always read the description. There is a custom theme made specifically by VecchioChristo called CoosBay. There's a custom LUT called Chiaroscuro. Probably something like that. I probably butchered that one. So a custom theme and a custom LUT as well as quite a few trees and stuff. Loads of stuff. So yes, you're going to need a bit of a system to run this one, but it's a beauty. I'm going to start off following the highway. We'll talk more about the route that the highway takes a little bit later on. For now, we're just going to look at, well, just going to enjoy the terrain, we're going to enjoy the topography, the geomorphological aspects. I nearly say that. It's such a hard word for me to get my tongue around. It's stupid. It's English. Stop it. And also the standards of the road laying and just the design and everything. It just it all comes together. It's a lovely, lovely thing. It really is. Across this way and into the forests, we'll have a look at, don't worry, we'll be having a look at the detailing, the quality of the forests, the quality of the theme as well. We will definitely, there's a certain aspect about today's map as well, which I'll save for after the intermission, regarding the theme, and something that I normally do for all maps that I haven't done for this map, because checking the thumbnails, I couldn't get them to match up. Until I did a certain little tweak, and boy, did the whole map pop. It really popped. I know it's been built specifically, the LUT this is, to be used with the fog switched on, which is fine because I normally run with the fog switched on, which is great. But yeah, the ground terrain, there's something not right with it. So I discovered what it is, and the only time it's going to really bug any of you, I think, is when we get to the asset review itself, the main asset review. You'll notice it then. You'll notice it, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. I just don't care. This map is just too good. Right, so anyway, the highways we are following through and around and across the hills and the valleys and along the side of the river here. And it's just lovely, isn't it? It's just lovely. Ah, VecchioChristo, where have you been all my life? Anyway, where were we? Yes, I'm just going to check for Blue Mantle. No. So, oh, did you see that? There was a pillar out of alignment underneath that bridge. Just out of alignment. Not a huge issue. At least I think that was a pillar out of alignment. I've only just spotted it on the fly through. Anyway, we'll come across here and we'll join up with this. Oh, it's a curly-whirly about. I love this. It's just swooping and sweeping, and it looks just right, doesn't it? It looks just right for what it is. And if we go off that way, we'll head off to the fog. Let's just check, make sure there's nothing anomalous going on with it. And there isn't, is there? It's all good. Now we're going to follow this. This is the route through the through the start square. Well, we're not in the start square yet, but the route in towards the start square. 4-lane road going over. Oh, by the way, this bridge will be taking a little dunk in the water by accident here. Ready? Oh, sorry. Yeah, lovely little hump on the middle of that bridge. That is very nicely done. Good attention to detail there as well. And then the roads are going to separate up, and we'll just go a little stretch down here with the roads apart. Love this. It's just lovely. Could have been so easy just to have maintained that 4-lane highway, well, 4-lane national road. What was it, national road? It's a 4-lane road anyway, with that central median thing. It would have been so easy to have stuck with that, but no. We've gone up to the highways and then back to this. Got the truck stop there. I wonder if that's because it's a long vehicle. Let's just check what else is coming. Anything else? These guys are quite happily going around it. So I don't know if it's because it's a long vehicle. I don't know. But anyway, you might just want to keep an eye on that one. See if it's a problem and then maybe fix it. It's fine. Fix it in game. It's fine. Okay, down here we have got a junction. Now we're heading into the start square here. And this is actually leading off to the edge of the map. Obviously to the edge of the map. There's no highway up that way. But if we have a pull back a little, have a look, it'll bear off to the left, I do believe. There it goes. And it connects in the fog over there somewhere. We don't really need to see that. It's fine. And then we're going down into the start square. So yeah, you might get a bit of traffic backlog. Possibly you might want to look at upgrading these roads. We'll talk more about that after the intermission. But if anything, there might be a bit of traffic flow problem through the start square. Because this road is going to be dealing with all of it. All of it, I tell you. Right down to start square, see what I mean about water on both sides, so you can pump from one side and draw from the other. And then over there we have got a tiny weeny lovely little thing from a creator you may have heard of once or twice. And this is the FamilyMart by Ronix69. And you may notice now we're close in, okay, do look at the asset, concentrate on the asset, but we have got the grass sprites on. And the grass sprites are on because it makes the map look better. I know it sounds stupid because they normally don't, but it makes the map look better. We'll do this after the intermission though. Factoids, because factoids. Indian poet Sri Chinmoy, even let's try that again. Sri Chinmoy composed 843 poems in 1975. On one single day. Blimey. There once was a nun from Nantucket. Yeah, or maybe not. FamilyMart by Ronix69. The first of our assets of the day. Very lovely, Ronix. Very lovely. We'll pull back and we'll now follow the road into the forest. And you may notice something up ahead that looks a bit like a custom bridge. Oh, hang on. Let's check here. This look good. We've got nothing doing anything silly under there. Nothing doing anything silly under there. That's fine. So yeah, up ahead we've got something that looks a little bit like a custom bridge. And do you know what? That's because it is a custom bridge. And guess what sort of custom bridge it is? Go on, guess. That's right, it's our second asset of the day. It's the McCullough Memorial Bridge by VecchioChristo, who is the map maker. So, I don't know. I can't lump enough praise on this. This is just incredible work. Absolutely incredible work. I'm going to take you a little drive up the bridge. It's very hard to get a proper view of the bridge just because it's just so magnificent. Comes in several parts. It's not a network bridge, so you'll have to place each part separately and individually. So a little bit fiddly, but honestly, it's worth it. It is. When you get something like this at the end, why would you complain? Why would you? There we are. And look, just everything about that is spectacular. Obviously, McCullough Memorial Bridge is a real bridge that I'm completely blissfully unaware of, but I'm just pleading ignorance. I could research it, but I'm sure a lot of you are just going to tell me in the comments, oh, it's the bridge that goes from point A to point B across that bit of water there. Anyway, that heads off to the beach and separate build area, which we'll have a look at in a little while. And now we'll just follow this road now. This is going to join back up with our first intersection, and we'll have done a full loop. So you've seen most of the highways. You've seen pretty much all of the connections, pretty much. And down here, do you know what we'll do? We'll take a little look at the rail instead. Now you see it's a pretty flat map, yeah? And you can see the rail is not going up into the hills. The rail is sticking to the flat terrain, so we'll have no issues here at all. I will just check when we go up to the bridges to make sure there isn't any steep inclines, but I'm not expecting to find any. You're not expecting me to find any. That's the more important thing. What you might find though is if you head off to facebook.com/official BonBonB, you'll find my official Facebook page. And there's a really good place to sort of like just stay in touch. And oh, here we go. This is an incline. Look how gentle that is. That couldn't be more gentle if it tried. And it's still inclining, but so gently to allow us for shipping to go underneath the middle of. Now, is that high enough for shipping? Don't know. Maybe. Probably. If I'm honest with you, we don't get a chance to check, and I didn't have time to start building on this map as well. Already 3/4 of my day is gone. I've only reviewed this one map, so I do need to crack on and record more. Now, so anyway, we've got these are these custom rail assets. I think these were Ronics as well, weren't they? Without checking, I'm pretty sure these are Ronics. Put the terrain lines on as well, just to make sure we aren't undulating all over the place. But we're not, and you know that already, pretty much. Yeah, just wow, what a map, wow, what a map, wow, and wow. I'm saying a lot of wows here. Is this an all-star map? A slight incline there, has to be an incline here to get up to the bridge, and it is gentle. And I'm prepared to accept all of that. That's fine. The train can get up a little bit of speed just to make those couple of meter inclined climb, and that'd be fine. That goes off to the edge of the map, which means it's time for...
Have you ever wanted to create a snow scene in your summer city, but you're not interested in buying the Snowfall DLC? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Snow Without DLC by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And so back to CoosBay by VecchioChristo and the shipping routes. Shipping routes are good. Well, I really want more to say really about the shipping routes. Here it goes. This is that rail bridge, and it certainly works fine with the pillar. Is the bridge high enough? I'm going to say probably. This definitely is, and so I'm going to give benefit of the doubt. I'm not checking. I'm not going to do a port build just to get something traffic going. And then it sets up all the way up this way and into this bay there. It's all good. It's all good. No problems with any of that. Water flow, we have got working rivers, which you can see underwater terrain work going on as well. This heads down here. This is your start square area. So we've got water flow on this side of the map. So that's pretty good. It flows a little bit into this area here. Now this is the other side of where the water flows. So you might want to be a little bit careful if with water coming around the corner there, around the bend, because the water is pushing in this direction. Probably put your sewage on this river. Probably. It's that. If anything, that's the only flaw with the whole map. That little bit of river there. Let's say the only flaw. Okay, what do you think? Look at this. Just look at this scape. It is smashing. We'll head down and we'll have a look at, what shall we start with looking at? We could start by having a look at, coming over here. Just look at the it's the theme. It's the theme that's killing it, you know. It is the theme that is killing it. The forests look amazing. Where should we start? So I'm just trying to think where we should start. We've got the sands along here. These are like dunes of some description. It's kind of like reclaimed land area. I was trying to think where we can start. There's just so many places to look, and we've got the bridge. We've seen the bridge. All right up. I think what we can do down here we've got forests, and I just don't know where to start with this. It's just start build plane around here, which is pretty solid as well. I'm just in awe. I am just in awe with the whole thing. The rivers. Now here we go. Now this river, it looks perfectly fine. I have no problems with this one at all. Looks really quite lovely, and proper water flow going on it as well. That heads up into the hills. We go across to the river on this side. Now there's something, here we go. This river here, there is something going on up here, which I thought looked a little bit odd. As we come up here, see how narrow it is, and it widens up. Now rivers normally will widen as they come down. But if you have a little look, come down the ground level here, you can see it does drop away a little bit, kind of a bit like rapids, how it's pouring down there. But it's very hard to see that unless you're at a very low angle. So what I would have done, see we've got the water spawn point there, that's what's helping to create that. It's a really good effect, But what I think I would have done if this was me, just to make it a little bit more clear, is to have popped in something like one of Sardust, and not necessarily these rocks here, just as this is just like a hint, something like that. Just bring it to your attention that there is something going on there which is causing the water to back up a little bit, almost like a dam behind, and then the water flows on in front. I think that makes it a bit more clear that there's something going on there. I'm not marking the map down for it, I'm just saying that's a little bonus extra we could be looking at. Look at the forests, and the theme is just bringing the whole thing so well together. I have not seen forests look this good in a long time in any map, and I'm just in awe. I'm going to keep saying it, I am in awe. Right, now the ground texture, you'll see these sprites, these grass sprites. Now normally I will switch these off when doing a review. In fact, I always have them switched off. But trying to match this map up with the thumbnails, I couldn't do it. It just wasn't looking right. So let me just switch them off and you'll see what I mean. Because normally these would be, go and grab it. Normally I'd have these automatically switched off in Hide It. There we go. And that's what it looks like without them, and it looks worse. I've never seen a map look worse with the sprite switched off, and yet it looks much worse. So anyway, so I've switched the sprites back on. Oh, come on, why is it going right back to the top of the menu there? Typical, isn't it, eh? Switch the grass back on, and look, that just instantly adds that texture that makes the whole thing just come to life. That's unbelievable. The one I disagree with though, here, see the rail? Now we've got the cliff decorations switched off. If we switch them on, this looks much worse. So definitely have your cliff decorations switched off, because look there, you see got like the bubble rocks, and it's just, yeah. Please don't bother with the cliff decorations. I don't know. I just don't know. So yeah, down there. So yes, grass on, cliff off. And don't worry about the fertile. Don't think it makes any difference at all. Yeah, there we are. Over here, we've got a little bit of deliberate flooding, I think. I'm sure it's deliberate. I know it's deliberate. I've seen there was flooding in the screenshots, so that's a cool thing. So once you start building here, you'll have to do a little bit of land reclamation, some dikes or banks just to hold the water back. And that should be a lot of fun. Adds a bit of extra gameplay. Like that a lot. Loving these little lakes. These lakes just feel like just take a little boat down there and have a little bob on the water. I would love that. I would love that. So good. So good. And then, sorry, I'm just in awe. I don't know where to go next. This was the end of that road and rail that was spurred off to the headlands down here. Now just look at this. Look at the photorealistic, right? Yeah, I am right. But look at here. See how you can even see how the terrain etches in. But when we come down to the ground level, it doesn't. It's all in the texture. It's all in the texture. That looks three-dimensional, doesn't it? It looks absolutely three. And down here as well, this looks three-dimensional. And then if we come down here, you can see again, it's perfectly flat. Now, I would like to have seen a little bit more of a terrain effort along those edges, like up here. We've definitely got some up here. If I come up here past that lake, like that looks a little bit more like a realistic beach to me, with like the dune at the top. where it's just eroded away a little bit. Not heavy, not heavy. So, and I'm loving look at the sprites on the beach as well. That adds so much more. Grass on the beach, I would never thought I would go with that, but there we are. Anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? If it is, shoot me now. Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the viewer's choice. Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? It bloody well better be. Actually, I hope it's not, because that means we've got some really good maps coming this month. I really do hope so. Anyway, aesthetically, I don't think there's anything that VecchioChristo could have done more to have improved on this. With the possible exception of that little rapids, but no, 5 stars. Detailing. There is that pillar that is not perfectly aligned. I'm going to let it go. I always allow for one thing, and that is it. Again, those rapids, it's an optional thing as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to say 5 stars for detail. Gameplay potential for possible traffic flow problems because the highway goes in through the mountains and not through the start square, and the mountains is the longer route as well. I don't even know why the highway is going through the mountains. I'm going to give it 4 stars for gameplay because of potential traffic flow. I prefer to see the highway following the route through the start square. But anyway, all that said, yes it does. Yes, it bloody well does. The BonBonB seal of approval. Wow, Vecchio, wow. I bet that took you more than 3 hours to make, didn't it? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. And to all those guys who have supported me on Patreon for this month for just $1 or more for the month, it's really good to have you on board. Thank you guys. Old map on the screen now if you want to go and have a little vote on that one. And you are going to join me tomorrow because we have got a request map that might be even better than today's map. It's not going to be, is it?